Nansia abo apemu ebusanfo yemamu nyina ajo UTV so enie omayimu ene amakodoso nsam ayensa kane aboaboa no eno na edu so ayede ebremo efri abeka junction ewo enkrakropon emu DSTV channel 360 yenam so na Facebook live nso no nsempemu kaseboy enam so enyumako bi adama enonum akambom asoyasene ayede kaseboy ebremo na sa enyumako wondi ene
this way chocolate drink ikoko papa panye DSCE na obia ebetumi anombi medofo de ohia eye enso share afi your special ice mineral water insio ni ede papa eno ne de ye adwuma ebra no brado bia obomoden na upie kokroma na omansa ka bi ede agufie na ne abusua ni nyina anom special drinks e wodwaso enkoda wo fie de mobibi nom omonnom a eyema wo mnipadia enwumekwe aso emu akase boy ye kenkan ede amamo
for the bedi makotini bi ene se omanfo to samfo akasa dia to dwa se COVID-19 editing so bone abre omansi kasem nanso enya de a ebebu aban abamu eda
COVID-19 koya ehona aban ebeda 100 billion COVID-19 development program edi ewo mai emo
media review eye 2020 budget net day ekoso ewo mrashe bedwafie no edom kuma ewo mrashe bedwafie dia to dwase omuti hu ye pai sanse de eye omanfo de samfo be ye ewo mrashe bedwafie no ene da so bi anim akesa hoche ko de wo na ena Ghana for ebeto aso
edi a ye tro ne basabasa ya emema no homne so no Ghana for bi adawadwempo edi ebia ebenye nsunsuanso ewo afia bato so ana
Sayeko amahudoso ensam emu Sudan memu no wonom ede atudwase won sika wodi no obema na hoode no akofom omo be devalue sika no se de beya won betuma gina so ede aye ensisanye
World Health Organization Women Africa Center Disease Center aka boma fedi o matiti bi habenro e no modwendwen won se COVID-19 omo betumi ede atune so sa ana
Elsianfo wei ene ensembia ebi eka ho na editie na edihwe ene aso no so krogia yede ebremu ewo UTV so ewo enkran abeka junction meeting ede afia edichimwa bro san menen
obahima afia kiresiedu
Africa se bono emu ensem enie Omanfo to samfo ononyamfo Ken Ofori ata akasa dia to dwa se COVID-19 eye therefore e so bone kase pa e na aba omansi kasem so na esu nyina echi no se enya dia ebebu aban abamu da wonom ebeto so e de mpundudwuma esefata abre Ghanafo ama wo magina so e de ape asesena pa yedie ene ahoto ama Ghanafo nyina
Mr. Speaker, COVID-19 pandemic is far more than a health crisis. Ghana has been spared the painful economic and social impact that COVID-19 has visited on peoples in nations big and small all over the world. The restrictions on movements has disrupted households and businesses with consequent job losses and reduced incomes in Ghana. The hotel and hospitality industry, agriculture, health, creative arts and media, transportation, manufacturing, education, our favorite organizations, financial services, young entrepreneurs, all been severely affected. Mr. Speaker, not to mention the extensive informal market that is a lot of us Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, we must not and will not be daunted by this extraordinary crisis. Government will continue to do what it has to do to protect lives and supply livelihoods through compassionate, competent, and courageous leadership. We have accepted that this pandemic and its effects are unparalleled in the annals of our country and indeed globally. We have accepted that until a vaccine is found, we have no choice but to rearrange our lifestyle in order to protect lives and promote livelihoods. It requires a marshalling of unprecedented resources to contend with the pandemic and its effects Ghanaians. And Mr. Speaker, this government is up to the task.
Ene ebresi kasem so for ekasa e wo mrahye bedwam no odi atu dwase aban asan aye na de ni bio odi abosome miensa ensuo kwa ene enkane bio apiso e de ma Ghana fo ni nyina e COVID-19 sunsanso a ohun ni se enya e wo manfo so enti.
It took courage, Mr. Speaker, and care for President Akufo-Addo to do what no other government have been able to do before, which is a net reduction of electricity tariffs by 11% since 2017. Such is the higher level of care today that today, nearly 4 years in office, electricity prices for Ghanaians, households and businesses all included, remain cheaper in both nominal and real terms than what they were before 2017. Mr. Speaker, the reason is simple. It is because we put the concerns and aspirations of the ordinary Ghanaian first. That is also why we further reduce electricity prices by half and completely provided potable water for free for everybody since March this year, and we will extend it for another 3 months.
For year to akase bono eso eye photo sam for enkase mu e wo mrahye bedwafin no to aso editu dwasa COVID-19 yare eyiniti e wo memu no Ghana for dodo no a e na ahwe omunwum asese amekase wo mutifi a wonom enya adwuma bia entumi enye ni sento mo chese wonom e de hihye bi ba wose wei eye temporary financial relief program a chese no omanfo a COVID-19 ti wo mu etifie wo mu ahwe wo nwuma no ye de sika bi ebe fa san hihye so Mr.
Speaker, we are mindful of the fact that some businesses may have to shed some labor in order to survive. In the unlikely event that this happens, government through the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations is collaborating with social partners, labor and employers to establish a national unemployment insurance scheme. The scheme will provide temporary income support to workers that are laid off and also provide them access to retraining to help them take advantage of employment opportunities in new fields.
Banks Mam Rashabejani, Honorable Daniel Chamabuaji, and some walking in and say, so what shall say a bain at me a yen to trie, how Ghana in Sika Semna, a yadia a koye na hope, and it is so ewu.
And then some of the so the question now come in your opinion, honorable Kenneth Oriata. For a choir, a branch of ye, our year, a farm media review, or the other training. I was a fool. And yes, a beer, Sebe, MPP Nintia. But a good father, a good father, His Excellency, a Mamuro, a Muye. I hear some year. Here can I say, and some of your teen and natural say, and that's where they GDP growth rate. So, my second inflation at Teba from the Biana be a cool. Jedica's economy as foundation or eligible. Eligible will be an own amount for which you Tiamua Nipa. Let's ease the burden of Ghanaians. At the first year high school by the then lesson to allowance Sadimai. They planting for food. At the one power door, man ran serious going over 100,000. You go to 2019. And you say, you stabilize the economy. You have one crack. You go so many when twice so and making sure say, you the year of road, about infrastructure. Unfortunately, you shall say up. I know someone and I am really afraid of COVID-19. Ama mpenye kufuado wa show leadership a wiase nyina hu bi da ene ya chase oha na be den PPs reliefs tax reliefs allowances million ensuo ne water ebi ho cry de che obi ade ya kan ene Ghana nkwa ene ma mpenye kufuado da kofo baaye ene wiase nyina na sofa enti the minister be kan ye no a kire de yaye efa the budget 2020 no the two year come the aya fa ho ani the be ye ko enu no afa ho e ma economy no asa dire na so.
And the mid-year review 2020 budget here also for show Messi kasem to so ra Ken Oforiata koken kai o mrahye bedwafie no edom kuma o mrahye bedwafie akasa de atodwa so mudi hu ya pa de papa no begina mrahye bedwafie a wo ye no wo chese eno no wo hwemu pa ne de wo gine wani na wutie ne ya eni da so bia a chese ahokyere kodie wo na dan kwakufu ado abande abejam Ghana fo no chese betumi atiso ketekete kra na sa ensemi minority ranking member a wo hwesi kasem so no nyamfo atofo ena editu dwa ena o chese wo hwese de o man ye ka no adoso na da ne da no esa akwa animu na eno so yade a ha adwen pa
and they share wa ha ena oye finance minister Ken Oforiata ne budget ni ntra na me anom do wo menyi de budget na wo ready na the pay ewi abre oya ro ho aroho yen de abani why na den de obefa kwambido na odada daga na fu budget here the bay okache the coronavirus here obey sikam kutin a spend 11.1 billion Ghana cedis abra parliament 1 billion depend ya approve man into 10 billion no obi nyim baby a sika no kwai meanwhile budget in so the bay when too much hende sika no oda ha another oda ha menia I roho aka hen when dom kuma your parliament yes I roho aka hen 11.1 billion coronavirus no hon kote adawode den e different from sika sebe private sector what to try on the one can has a mention e budget sika we try in where na abani wa bokaw the Ghana for one see say public debt about 120 billion finance minister na no nim ton as I don't go 255 billion na see say Ghana ni biara ko wadze oloko be 9,500 Ghana cedis Ghana ni biara 95 million Ghana cedis dada onimo do ko do kom han oya hoto ntimi no me budget here hwenyim na mo bia amfa na command to because the work to that onye
I feel very, very, very sad as a Ghanaian sitting there and listening to the minister, and with my trained professional eyes, seeing the attempt to plunder away and steal our national resources and finding a way to cover for it. The minister says that he is using project loans of about 4.9 billion plus an additional program loans, that is, if you take the IMF money, if you take the World Bank money, if you take the African Development Bank money, and you put all of that together, he will spend about 8.2 billion. The minister then says that domestically he will borrow another 32 billion to finance the same budget. So if you add the 32 billion to 24 billion, what do you get? You get about 56 billion and not 44 billion. So when you add the 56 billion to the clever accountant's own total revenue of 53 billion, you are getting very close to the figure of 109 billion in the text of the report. So it means that after we did this and we came to the tables, we realized that the figure will give us a deficit of 15.6%. So he started massaging the figures from the table and forgot to go back and edit the original figure. So in actual fact, the deficit that they are estimating for 2020 is 15.6% of GDP and not 11.8% of GDP. I beg the people of Ghana, they are going to steal 56 billion of our money before they exit office. And if you don't get them out in 2021, they will complete and collapse this country before they exit anytime soon.
Ghana mampanyi na nadu dankwa kufuado ne de webtune to akopiem e wo mali mino emo na sabe nya ne ho nete no chairperson oda ECOWAS ano His Excellency Mamudu Isofo ono anaye omampanyi e wo nije wono no wato nsa e de afre omampanyi se wo meboa no esanse ejadem e wo mali amanyesemu pinche bi enti wonfo na nimonyam emeta echi ema asumdwe mapa enkoso e wo mali mino emo omampanyi ekopiem no Nigeria mampanyi Muhammadu Buhari afi omampanyi ono nso ewo Cote d'Ivoire Alassane Ouattara na Senegal mampanyi His Excellency Macky Sall wo munyina akoka no wo a mko akobua ama asumdwe mapa akoso ewo mali mino emo empanyifo echirima wo se wo makwa akodre wo muni mampanyi His Excellency Boubacar Keita na imama owo Mali ene coordinator ema opposition kuo no Mahmoud Diko wo muni ombehia twetwe nkomo pa ahwe etumi ato adwen se de beya asumdwe mapa ebeyiniti ewo mali mino emo na enkomonu fakese na ejina eye mali mampanyi Ibrahim Boubacar Keita any opposition kanifo no eso na afi ekuo bi a edi M5 RFP a o mani abre na wo eye dede se o mampanyi Keita emfa na dwa ento no eho na nkasese kese na pa ebegina se de beya asumdwe bekoso ewo mali mino emo
Yet wakase bono eso National Commission for Civic Education commission church mamba passadie ene asudie that so ewo omemu na emu mpanyimfo no baako a wone Mami Joyce Futu wakasa de atodwa se abato di ntwe ekoso ewo memu no ebinom ene wani abo nwasafo hene preprento kwa agese wo mo kondendindin ewo mu na no ene ode atodwa se kwan bia so ewo se abambofo no Vigilantism and Related Offences Act 2019 no so mo hwem ayiri mu padi adwuma anya sa padi afi abato no woni a preprento kwa di ntwo ni mu no omo sa de sa subantanta na ebekwa abato ni mu de akwakopre mojahwegu ewo mu
voters registration exercise no so ba so no so ye fiase bo hu da wura no so ye jingle ye de ama ye mensini ye mantam no mo de ekọ apro no mo kyerɛkyerɛ hia se esese obi akotwere ne din nti ye nkyerɛkyerɛ no ye mamanfo atiase se so hwɛ ye miracle ni ye constitution 1992 de na ma ho kwan se tumi a edibu oman yi no ehye amanfo ne nsem nti ye na ye wotumi no so wotumi na ansa na obetumi de aye adwuma no obetumi de ato aba no wayi edikanfo mbedi oman nanim se ye omampani anamra hye bedwafo no na se wahwɛ se watwere udin wo dintwere ngumanim na bre so se ekoto aba watumi akwakoto na wo hwa safety protocols no ebinum di so ebinum so ni so nti eguso a yakọ center bi na enye adwuma ye nkyerɛkyerɛ ma nkɔfo te ase se ye nyina ye die mu nti na ye se ye ntete ye ntam ye nhye ye mask ne ye nhuru ye nsa ne saa de no nti saa nkyerɛkyerɛ ne ye Ghana fa na nyina se wo hwa basabasa ye esi wo dintwero bia wo Ghana man mu a emi se asefem enya asempa na no ma ye hu se abato nanka se wo ye nim no na ese hu bi na eba na se eba ne saade na ne mra wo ho nti ese dumi de mra ne ye adwuma so wo hwa afie twa mu na eye Vigilantism asem no ye kan ya mamra hye bedwa hye ho mra eye act 999 na no na ka se wo koye basabasa ana wo adwempo se wo be ye basabasa ana se hunahuna na wo ye wo ade a wo pese wo ye ni ntia na mra ne tia nti se mra wo ho ya nkrofo akoye basabasa wo di ntwrebia no ese etumi ma mra no den adwuma se ye force mra na ebe ye nhwesode ama nkrofo ma obi anye sa emfa ho no opposition nti ese se yetumi de mra na ye adwuma na sa ama no sa de a na che se ye ka se obi atumi ye bi so ho nti se ye pese mra na ye adwuma ye se ye wo man mu a we are governed by the rule of law nti ese se etumi ye adwuma se de ebe ya obi nso nkonko ye bi na ye be hu se ebre so se ye beto aba no asomdwe mu
Edi a ye tro ne basabasa ya eyi ni ti ewo mia bi no UTV ne temamufo etwetwe nkomo oka so a ene bi sa o ma dwempo ewo hen ne sei na o mo afutuo bi e de magana amanyofo no ana Edi abato komisa etwe no ko registration centers awodo na ya na entokwament me wasne PJ kakra sorry ena Ghana fo bi ekire se ye kukrompo ni ebe so edi twa kekepo ena entokwa ebe na ebedru abato no so wanhwe ya na sa mentime ho aso no abo egru abato ni mu ama Ghana brichi abo enti UTV ebra ekokodru kasoa no ye ne adehye ni bi edi nkoma mu de afutuo ema amanyofo so munya hwe papa pesa so man no dachi ni nyada no ekita wo
abato ya ye beto de ya to no frenchem ya mpeza kunu no bia babam na Ashasi mponi nani awiye ebeya dai enti abantu ni nansi film titiri ne cast wa pa ye woyi eniama bi je sumase a ese abadwuma wa yanti na nakufu ado wutie ye dia ka soja difo ne yeso ya kasai fa na tifam
de koso ne de enye obia anije because obi koye voting ID card unim de obeto amano nti ese nka we kura ye asomdwe ade ense nko bi ebekọ di moto obi so ba kọ tutu na di problem ayede aba na ese omampeni ohwe nyina so nyina se kro no ono hwe so ema oman no nti oma ema asomdwe embra kroma na yisi so ontoto ne nyoma yima asomdwe ede embra
dia meka kire MPP ni NDC ne se wie nyina ye oman baako nipa baako MPP nya ye nyina ye toman NDC nya ye nyina ye toman ti de meka ne se ye nyina ye mfa asomdwe entena oman nu ye ntwedi ni na bibia nya boko ye na asonde wakaso ha e ya pata impo e bia na sa mene bi sa ababa tie ya e ma se rangard e na wode sok be sok ye e bia na ekosi enti
tia seven onto the nancy kaswa amasa kaswa na sa kaswa de enyama nkoye kura wa kaswa
Ausanfo yet waka se bono eso Côte d'Ivoire mansoa for penny prime minister woni Amadou Gon yade wato nananom ewo ensiedo enam so amagana so for share amonone ensem so ma Michelle Ayoko Botwe wato enkra sronkon we yakonkra ene wato ede ama Côte d'Ivoire mampanyin
Owura Amadou Kuribali no ye mansoafo panyin edema Ivory Coast mine na enum obi ne beto dwase wa hwere ne nkwa enti osman so afo hwe amonone ensem so no nyamfo Shelley Ayokobotwe edi domanim ediko Ivory Coast memu akomo mu yakwa kafra ne kuse wo kire se Ghana eto mo papa ebra mo ahwere de kese NCCE wode yakonsem mu edu ema Côte d'Ivoire mine no ene omo mampanyin Owura Alassane Ouattara.
The loss of the former prime minister is a loss that is felt not just in Côte d'Ivoire, but also in West Africa and Africa as a whole. Even the world at large, because I'm told that at the United Nations, the flags were at half-mast. And this shows that he indeed left an indelible mark, not just here, but elsewhere in the world. So may his soul rest in peace in the bosom of the Lord. Very, very integral part of his government and his personal life. And we could not just have sat in Ghana. His Excellency President Akufo-Addo felt that we should have. So this is our mission here.
COVID-19 enye sunsanso pa ewo metropolitan municipal any district assemblies omudwumedie eso enti foto anka o matimi bone internally generated funds na enkoyie krao sika no wotwe a emma na UTV abomodin a any presiding member atwetwe enkommo ewo Ga South General Assembly Honorable Abdul Wahab Muhammad and what say enye sunsanso wo IGF na akofom ohanchemu edunkron Yebesi afibie ma na assembly no edisika semsu dua bi esi omo aniso na afi we say the coronavirus ni tinu ahwe no manduru ho Ga South Mercy Kupon assembly no presiding member a UTV ye ni di nkomo no onmonyamfo Abdul Wahab Muhammad echere say efi general bosome no bepim dwum bosumi sika omo anya no eyo ho munchemu edu enkro ni echiripo ensia we enti wanhwe na project biom de so mani so assembly mu no omo entimi anye.
Honorable presiding member, I am happy to inform this August House that the performance of the Assembly in 2019 shows that we have performed creditably well despite the challenges that affected our revenue mobilization. Honorable presiding member, the total internally generated fund projected from all revenue sources for the 2020 financial year is 6 million Ghana cedis. As of June 2020, the Assembly mobilized 1,180,296 Ghana cedis, 34 pesos, representing 19.67% of the estimated internally generated funds. Honorable presiding member, the Assembly's internally generated fund has reduced significantly as a result of the impact of COVID-19.
Ocho asu ebiem echese coronavirus ndo de asema papa o enyimeku nke so mutimi tua toma assembly ni nyada no omuntimi ntua.
During the lockdown, assembly no halted activities. Revenue collectors omuntimi empie enye den enkoji sika ewo nkrofo ho yentimi enji property rate tax force. Yes, tax force nso yentimi nko. Na after lockdown, hotels, bars, restaurants, schools, marketplaces ni nyina aye dormant. Inti baby a revenue collectors be kwa kwaji sika no, they were not operating. Omo nye adwuma. Inti wuntimi nko omo nchen enye den enkoji sika. Inti e ma sika asem na ye den eba form kra mpuntu dwuma bebre o ho assembly na de to wo se nyame ya adom na nkan san ka skei a ebetimi ndi aye adwuma afi na ni akoba ni se wo hwa esika no ya anya na yenye sika na chese mpuntu dwuma na nkan se ya na afi ye release our project in the next year.
2020 aba ajese enche na yekoto santin atuo no nyire nim se MPP for wo mayi omo franka tufo na NDC for nso ayi omo franka tufo na opanyin bi wo chese onu akasa begina ni hudi mu kwante nko independent candidate I know they akopre man panya dwane bi ni din ade Marik Kofi Gani na ababe to dwasa niema kodu asa Ghana for to abama no betumi aye no ade awadano adi na no de ato Ghana for nyina nim se MPP ni NDC for nyina nim so mamebo my Ghana ni sense no yemu omu nyina tungu ni ento aba ema wono independent candidate ni sanse so aba adwaso a bambo enwumasua apomoden ani sikasemu ahotode obetumi ade adom Ghana for.
We've gotten to a point that our CNC Sanyamamu, and that is the reason why before said these things need to change in this country. Emfa your education, edusianyamamu. You won't call our moody 6 years. Research only less than 10% of them. To me, a kind book, and I say a read it. And my partner says, "Say, udu 6 years old. Own to me reading no. Not just say you don't have access to education because reading is the most basic level of your education. And ti umun yaman say, and your core health say, your life expectancy still in society. Even though we spend over $3 billion every year in this country, still your life expectancy is 64 years. Not just say who call pension at 60 years, you have about 40 years. But not just say also you have to think about will because we no. Education say ye pese ye ma education be practical. Say na obi course schooler or free schooler ebe hu say ejuma or pese oba be ye no obetumi aye. Enye say nimpa be free school 14 years after school na che say theory nko a. Sade na was insisan ye call health ye pese ye yade no abe dane focused on health sector aye primary health care. If we say nima brebre higher to say in terms of diseases no omuye diseases are able to me before diseases no crapo ebai and I say omuye dia able to me prevent no nanso ye prevent until what is the essence of our health system. Security say your problem now is say every politician I say every party beba no because omo say na friend omo boys no omo ba na say also omo pejuma ma omo ewo in our security services whether nipa no qualify and say one qualify, and this is wrong. Until your security service here some of the people in there no and omo nipa they are supposed to be in there, and what we want to do is to make sure say that thing stops. The security services is not for sale. Low interest rate for your loan so that nkofobe to me ko raise loan at their year business. Manufacturing say by now I will see we should be manufacturing near here on a daily basis in this country. Still as a country you import toilet roll. Still as a country you import matches. How? Meanwhile your bamboo sticks our Ghana 2020 election. Ghana for base is the NDC and the MPP there will be nowhere to be found by November.
Enumreka se bo e we UTV so eno ne yekenkan ema mo yi madaroma ye jinkratoe abasisia.